There you go, young lady. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, Hollis?
I'm doing well, Dr. Joy. Awesome to hear you. Because again, I'm reading your bio, reading your stuff. So talented. Got your degrees, you're a recording artist, you're a writer, your books, outstanding. Okay, so you
Thank you.
sound good. Yeah, you sound good. I'm gonna mute your mic for a minute so we can finish your intro, and then we'll start going from there. Okay?
That sounds great. Thanks, Hollis.
All right.
Welcome to the Hollis Chapman Show, where we celebrate the power of words and the beauty of storytelling. Join us every week. We have conversations with authors and small business owners. We have exciting lineup of guests who will take us on a literary journey like no other. Join us as we delve into the world of authors and small business owners from diverse backgrounds and cultures, each bringing their own unique perspective and voice to the table. From thrilling memoirs to captivating fiction and business startups, our guests will share their stories, their struggles, and their triumphs, offering us a glimpse into the rich tapestry of human experience. Immerse yourself in the magic of words and discovery as we explore the global literary landscape together. So grab a cup of tea, cozy up by the fire, and join us on this adventure of a lifetime. The Hollis Chapman Show is your ticket to a world of imagination, inspiration, and enlightenment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to connect with some of the most talented and compelling voices in literature today. Tune in and let the journey begin.
Hello and welcome to the Hollis Chapman Show. I'm Hollis. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're doing well. So excited. We have a very talented young lady here to talk about her latest book. And she's got multiples that she's written. I guess she's here to talk about her latest book. She also is very highly decorated from universities, doctorates, and all that kind of good stuff. And plus, she's a recording artist. How cool is that? All right. So I'm going to, who's who. She's been everything. So I'm going to ask her how a person so talented, so much wanted, she's got a show that she does herself. How she get her mind clear to do it? Because I know I get writer's block all the time. How did she overcome that? So let's welcome to our show. Without further ado, a special guest today, Dr. Joy Pugh.
Hollis, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much. Happy Friday, ma'am.
Thank you for allowing me to be your guest on your show today. I'm looking so forward to talking about a little bit of the things that have led me to do what I do. And one of them was that when I was 6 years old, I had a dream about the end of days. And that
Mm,
little dream has kept me interested going all through college and all through different kinds of jobs and
yeah.
looking into the opportunities to find more and more about what scripture is telling us and how we are living at the end of days. And so it's been a lifelong process that God has led me through to do the research that I've done. And this latest book is really something that I feel like is very timely because we are
Mhm.
definitely dealing with artificial intelligence. And my latest book is about artificial intelligence and how it's going to be used to connect us all up, a lot like the Tower of Babel.
Mhm.
And so pretty extensive, a lot of science, a lot of technology. I reach into a lot of areas that most people try to
Yeah.
avoid, and
Yeah.
that's things like biocoded data, algorithms, being able to remotely control the brain through brain interface, transhumanism. I mean, I just touch on about everything that's out there. Someone laughed and he said, "Is there any field of science that you don't include in your books because they have everything from ancient history to archaeology to astronomy to physics
Mm,
to cloning,
no.
paganism, demonology, biotechnology, the human pineal gland, which this book is about, spiritual awakening, sound waves, nanotechnology, cloning, modified food, and all the major viruses, unexplained phenomena like the UAPs, UFOs that we're hearing, and all the electromagnetic anomalies that are all over the world, including the Holy Shroud of Turin. So my books really go into a lot of details with a lot of different types of fields of study to be able to bring it all together so you can see the bigger picture.
Thanks for sharing that, Dr. Joy. Usually, when I ask authors, I ask them about middle of the show and then a show about AI. I'm going to ask you more because that's you're already investigating that, but not right now. So yeah, because I use AI a lot. I do. I'll be transparent with that. It helps me do a lot of things. But again, we'll talk about that in a minute. But how did you started at a young age, know what you do. You kept on going. What was your motivation? What kept you inspired? I mean, you had to go to school. I don't know if you have a family, stuff like that. How did you keep on going through the years to keep on getting all that research done, get your degrees, write songs? What kept you going?
I had a very kind of militaristic father who
Okay.
demanded great grades and being a great athlete and whatever you did or you put your hand to, that if you were going to do it, you do it the best you can do it, or either don't get involved in it. So I was brought up with the idea of working hard, and I was a small girl growing up on a South Georgia farm, and so we did a lot of farm work. I picked
Mm,
cotton, cropped tobacco, drove tractors and motorcycles. So I started off really young doing a lot of different kinds of things. And if anything, starting to church the first week that I was born and having heard about things about the future, and then having had a dream, a vision, I guess I would call it, at the age of 6, and just knowing that when I would go to my Sunday school teachers and ask them questions, they would walk out to my grandmother and my mother and go, now, Miss Elma and Miss Stella, we really do not understand where Joy has gotten these questions, and we can't answer them, and we don't know. So when I was quite young, I really started, picking up the book of Revelation and starting to really do the research on my own, because I always felt like that from the dream that I had about the end of days that I would see it happen. So I really wanted to know what is this all about. And so that driving force was always in the back of my mind, even when I was working in other fields, and I worked many years with people who had a lot of mental and physical handicaps.
mm,
I served on a board with Eunice Kennedy Shriver for International Special Olympics. I trained a lot of athletes. I helped a lot of people with all kinds of issues, whether they be blind or whatever, from any kind of profound mental retardation all the way up to even people who were very brilliant. I've worked with just a lot of people with a lot of different situations, and it has led me to, while I was doing that, also gaining more information, because like I said, that's why I'm able to touch on so many fields of study, because I have studied it, had case studies in it, or either experienced it myself or in counseling situations. So doing that has allowed me a broad spectrum of being able to come to research and bring and tie together where someone might not understand that AI has a lot to do with biotechnology, has a lot to do with cloning, it has a lot to do with the biological features of our own bodies. And then to go to the molecular level and look at DNA and see how it transmits and how it's all connected, and then go into
yeah.
nanotechnology. I mean, I pick up and I bring in all of those things, and I try to write my work, Hollis, so that it's not. Some people will say, well, most people who have doctorate degrees just write so extensive and way up above everybody's head. But I'm going to tell you, I've always asked the Lord to please let me be able to write my book that a 12-year-old could read it. And the
Mm,
reason I say that is because when I had all these questions and I could not find answers, and I knew that there were answers out there, and people would tell me, oh, that's just symbolic. We don't know anything about that. God has not revealed it. And that would just inspire me more, because I'm like,
yeah.
I know that the Lord has provided everything. When He created, it's all here. I've just got to find it. And so at 12 years of age, I'll never forget walking into a Rexall drugstore, and that's where they had like books back in the day. And I saw The Late Great Planet Earth by Hal Lindsey, and I was doing some research at 13 years of age in the book
Mm,
of Revelation, and I took that book home with me, totally devoured it. So that's what I'm saying. I want my work, and wanted my work to be that if there was somebody else out there at 12 and 13 like I was, that they could pick up my research and read it and it makes sense to them. So whether you're 12 years old
yeah.
or if you're a PhD, I'm
Yeah.
going to give you information in this book to help you understand how intrinsic everything is working together to bring about a day when we will not be able to buy, sell, or trade, when our minds will be connected with AI, that transhumanism is a real possibility, and the science to prove that it is, and why it's happening. It's good for some things. It's like our medical stuff. Some things are good, some things can be used for bad. We've seen that in the last couple of years. So it's how evil gets it's involved in it, how good it's involved in it.